Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have one of our favorite monthly lifestyle boxes. It is not sent to me for a review, but it is a box that I have an annual subscription for this year because I have been reviewing it for the last 5.5 years or so as a subscriber. I love it so much. You guys love to see it as well. So it is, of course, Hygge Box. This box is $44 per month if you do a monthly subscription, plus $12 in shipping. So you do the math, it's basically $56 per month. You do save quite a bit if you do a multi-month subscription. I used to always do 3 months at a time, but I realized that I could save even more if I went ahead and did the annual, because I knew that I was probably gonna get it 4 times for those 3 months at a time anyway, so might as well save some extra money. So that's what I did. And I do have a 5% off referral link for you. So if you're interested in subscribing, it definitely helps my channel out. And if they ever decided to send me some PR, then if they got a lot of referrals through that link, then they might be more considerate of that option. That's my thinking, right? That's why the referral links and the affiliate links, when you use them, sometimes I get some extra commission. Not so in this case, I get some like credit to go towards future purchases, but it does definitely help the boxes kind of keep me on their radar, and that's why I'm able to bring you so many boxes here on the channel. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, we already know that usually there are around 5 to 7 items in this box, and 3 of them we kind of know the categories. There's always an element of light, there's always an edible indulgence, and there's always a very Hygge drink. So depending on the season is kind of how we figure out what those are. Most of the time the element of light is a candle or some kind of fairy light. Sometimes they surprise us, but it's all built around the idea of Hygge, which is that sort of Danish inspired or Danish originating, but lifestyle where you really savor the simple, cozy moments in life. A lot of the times people really think about Hygge during the fall and winter months, but it is definitely something that you can savor and appreciate and emulate throughout your life, especially in your home decor year-round. So inside they do give us a much more lengthy description of Hygge. I won't read that to you, even though I am not afraid of reading long things to you in my unboxings. If you are just watching my channel for the first time, my voice is not usually this scratchy and squeaky. I apologize. I just got back from a fabulous trip, so I am just getting over some of those, you know, plane germs that you pick up along the way on your route home. I was doing really great yesterday, but I also teach yoga, and so just after a long day of teaching and talking, I have a little bit of that like laryngitis, sexy scratchy voice going on, but hopefully you'll stick around for some other unboxings, because I was just doing like unboxings every 3 days, which I haven't done for a really long time, probably since like when I first started my channel, and it was like just a few a month. Most of the time I post every day, if not every other day, so that was like just a weird 2-week period where I just didn't have enough boxes or enough time to film them. So now we're back to every day for at least a little while until my next adventure or next big chunk of work that I have to get done. So this has a lovely art print inside every time. It does say Shop Hygge Box in really little letters off in the corner, but this one is very sweet. I love the idea of snail mail, actual correspondence with a little letter here. So that's beautiful and still kind of in the springy vibes. I know a lot of us have already shifted to summer and summer travel planning. I'm still very much in the travel planning mood all the time, but to me it's still spring. It's not full-blown summer, even though it kind of feels like it outside right now. On the back they tell us kind of the theme for the box. They tell us about each of the individual products. It looks like this time around we've got 6 items. I usually wait to read that opening paragraph now because sometimes there's a lot of spoilers. Let me just take a quick glance at it. Not a ton of spoilers, so we'll go ahead and read. So this is titled Glimmers. There's a certain softness that finds us when we slow down, when the air feels lighter and time gently expands, making space for breath, for presence. This is a season of quiet rituals and tender gestures, steeping calm into your day, placing a single bloom where the light lands just right. In these unhurried pauses, something shifts. We begin to see what truly matters, the warmth of connection, the quiet joy of care, the glimmers of love woven into the everyday. In these still moments, we remember it's the smallest things that carry the deepest meaning. Let them linger. Let them speak. Let them wrap you in comfort that feels like home. That was like a poem. I love that. That was beautiful. So I'm going to prop the card up there for me so that I can tell you about the rest of the items. Sometimes I try to do it in order because they do write it like a lovely narrative. Sometimes that's not always possible. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can, though, and pull out some of the items. There is a little bit of shred in here. I think I might be able to pull everything out. I am seeing an item that we have gotten in a past Hygge Box. Now that is like, you know, something that does happen on occasion if you have been subscribed to a box for over 5 years. So there is an item in here that we've definitely gotten before. They have an awesome shop now. There's quite a few items that have been in past boxes and even ones that haven't. So if you ever are interested, you can still use my link to get to that shop. I don't know that you'll get the 5% off. You may actually still get the 5% off just shopping in the shop, but they've really expanded the shopping that you can do on the site aside from the subscription box. So let's see if I can find it. I think we have a candle as our element of light. It is from Hygge House, which as far as I can tell, I think it's kind of their in-house label. It's got like a little lotus on it. So it says Blush, which is the name of the candle scent. Just a little, I think, 4-ounce candle probably. Let's see, it doesn't say, but I'm gonna guess a little 4-ounce candle. It says, Blush blooms where laughter meets stillness. Crisp apple, pear, and lychee. Ooh, those are like my fruity happy scents. Awaken the senses, bright, sweet, and playful. Then comes peony and lotus, drifting in like a half-remembered dream. Beneath it all, sugar and musk hum softly like the warmth of a warm blanket. It's a slow afternoon, a quiet joy. Light this candle when the world feels too loud. Let it remind you the best moments are the gentle ones. Whoever it is that writes the copy for Hygge Box, you are a lucky human. That seems like a wonderful, creative job. The writing that I get to do for my job is much less poetic and not quite as fun. So let me open this up. I can actually still smell things, you guys. It's just my voice that sounds like this. Oh, and that smells so good. I am especially getting the top notes that they led with. I can smell the apple, pear, and lychee. And the sweetness of the sugar is definitely in there. A little of the peony, which is kind of a rose, but not in a cloying way. This is a really nice candle. It's a lot lighter than what you might think of as a Hygge scent. So, it smells really, really good. I was a little afraid that I wouldn't be able to smell it, but I'm like, I smelled my food this afternoon, so I'm sure I can smell this candle, and I definitely can. It's really, really nice. Bright, sweet, fruity, really good candle. All right, let's see. We also have, interesting. I'm confused because this is not, they're calling this a blanket, but it's little. I wonder if this really is a blanket. I've never seen them, because when we have gotten bigger items, they are not afraid to put the box into a mailer bag and put the bigger item next to it. Is this a blanket? Like just a really like thin one? It says all you need is love and a picnic. It says the perfect picnic is a feast for the senses and a pause for the soul. Oh my gosh, if this is a blanket, you guys, this is so compact. I have so many foldable blankets and the ones that roll up and the ones that have handles. I do not have any that would fit in a purse. This is pretty cool. It looks like, I thought it was like a diaper changing pad for a second, but maybe it's just like a lightweight material. So Velcro closure. It looks like a hanging toiletries bag, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it's just like a canvas material with like printed daisies on it. And it is, let's see, it looks like it's gonna be like waterproof because it's got this texture underneath so that if you are sitting on some slightly damp grass, it's not gonna soak your bottom. Oh my gosh. So it's not like super soft, right? It's kind of got that crunchy like rain jacket material to it, and it smells that way. But I just love how teeny tiny it is, because I have some outdoor things. I love an outdoor movie or a movie on the field. They do that at my local ballpark at Petco. So this is a great small blanket that I don't have to worry about fitting into a bigger bag because they won't let you bring it bigger bags anyway. It does have a handle like a toiletries bag, and then I just have to like, you know, you have to practice a couple of times. But because of this like canvasy material, I feel like it's gonna maintain some of those folds, those creases, to give you a little help when it comes time to fold it all back up. Like, that is so great. I love that that's gonna fit in a purse. And also it's gonna be like something that I can take in to a place that has really strict bag rules, because even for like outdoor concerts, some of the lawn spaces that we have, you can carry a giant blanket, but you can't bring a bag to put it in. So this is cool. This is really cool. It's very pink, which is not like my favorite, but I don't mind the daisies. It's pretty cute. It's kind of got that like boho color, right, with the brown center. All right, so let the day unfold. A soft spot to land wherever it takes you. Printed with cheerful daisies and made to fold and go, this blanket keeps things light, clean, and easy. Water resistant, sand proof, and endlessly versatile. It's your cozy place in the sun, shade, or anywhere in between. Stretch out, exhale, let the moment bloom. Like, this is awesome. I've never seen an expandable, like a foldable blanket this small. This small, you guys. They're usually like a little bit bigger. Wow. Okay. I just wish it was like blue daisies instead. I don't know. I'll get over the pink. I will. This is going to be really useful. Great thing to like keep in your car. Okay, let's see. What else we've got? Ooh, here is our Hygge drink. We have from Oliver Pluff & Co. some Earl Grey. So it says, a moment of clarity steeped in tradition. Earl Grey blends bold black tea leaves with bright citrusy bergamot, crisp, fragrant, and grounding. The kind of cup that clears the fog and centers the day. Each pyramid sachet unfolds fully, letting the leaves breathe and bloom, releasing their aroma with ease. Simple, elegant, a timeless ritual made effortless. All you have to do is pour, pause, and sip. So a lot of lists, a lot of like single word sentences and all these descriptions. Very fun. So it looks like we've got 6 tea bags in here. I love an Earl Grey. Earl Grey is one of the few teas where I am a milk and sugar girl. Usually I just like my tea by itself, maybe with a little wedge of lemon if it's a good black tea. But like Earl Grey, there's something about it. It's like the Hygge-ness of it that I do like a little bit of milk and sugar. You guys, let me know if you drink tea, and I know you're not all tea drinkers. I'm coffee every day, tea often, but coffee every day, so I'd say I'm primarily a coffee drinker, but I do love tea. Are you a tea with nothing in it? Like, I drink my coffee black. Are you a tea with nothing in it, or are you a tea with lemon, or are you a tea with milk and or sugar person? Let me know in the comments below. Always love to hear from you guys. All right, so what is our edible indulgence? I think this is our edible indulgence. It comes in a little tin with these sort of like embossed textured flowers. It's vanilla fudge, you guys. I'm so excited. I ate a lot on my trip, by the way, but I'm not afraid to eat some more. Oh, it does have some tape on it. So let me see if I can slice that open carefully. What a great little treat to receive in a box. Oh my gosh, there's so much tape. But it also has this really pretty, very springy, because of the florals, little tin that you could use for other things, little treasures. I always like to give my apologies to my sister-in-law, who I don't think actually watches my videos, but my nieces sometimes will find me on YouTube and they watch. But I like to give them all the fun little like boxes for treasures that I get and things. And I'm saying to my sister-in-law, I apologize that you have lots of little boxes. I even give them like the Advent boxes that I have when I do my Advent series, just because some of them are so whimsical and fun. And like, I know that as a little girl, I would have enjoyed like putting trinkets and treasures inside. Ooh, oh, this is nice. You guys, I love when fudge comes individually wrapped. So it's like little individually wrapped candies. So it makes it a lot easier than like cutting the fudge and worrying about it drying out, because like fudge, like a little dab will do you, right? You don't really need a ton of it all at once because it's just too sweet. So I love that it's just little individually wrapped bits of fudge. Okay. Something sweet. Inside the embossed tin, soft vanilla fudge melts slowly, handmade in Scotland, buttery and warm. Each bite is a pause, a soft echo of joy, a taste of something beautiful, waiting just for you. Oh my gosh, a little bite of vanilla fudge and a sip of my amazing Earl Grey tea. Oh, that sounds amazing. Sounds so good. I'm actually going to a concert tonight, but I realized we actually have seats. I don't have to sit on the lawn for a change, but that will be used. That will be used because we have another foldable blanket that's pretty small, but not that small, and it's black. So when you go to a nighttime concert and you like go run to the bathroom and try to come back, it is so hard to find. This will be way easier to find. Although the black blanket, I will say, has been really entertaining because I hate when people walk on your blanket. But people will like just trample over the blanket, but because it's slick on the bottom, they will just slide down onto their butts. I'm like, that's what you get for just walking on people's blankets. Anyway, this will prevent that for sure. All right, let's see. Ooh, this to me is going to be like probably the hero item. So it says they did kind of give us a little spoiler in the opening paragraph. This is what it is. Speaking of spoilers, in the stillness, beauty takes root. Do you know what it is yet? Minimal and serene. The kanji bud vase, so I've been seeing a lot of kanji over the last couple weeks, holds a single bloom with quiet grace. Inspired by Korean and Scandinavian design. Oh, interesting, because I think of kanji as being Japanese, but Korean and Scandinavian design, which are, you know, clean, simple, modern, 3D printed with care. It turns simplicity into something sacred. Place it where the light lingers. Let it hold a flower, a feeling, a pause in your day. Wow, okay. Ooh, it's still pink. This is so cool. It looks like paper and ceramic at the same time. Now I will say, if it had been like any other color, it probably would have gotten a little more playtime in my world. So it just has a test tube inside. That's really cool because then you can clean it and this doesn't have to get wet. So it's really neat, you guys. So the test tube goes inside, very smart, and then it's 3D printed, but it's like a nice rosy pink, but like, again, like a celadon green or just white or cream. This is so geometric and modern. I loves it. I loves it. I would loves it more if it was not pink, but I guess it goes with the whole vibe of the box and still being very springy. I will allow it. Oh man, it's so cool. It says avoid extreme heat and immersing in water long term to preserve your product's shape. Moderate sun and water exposure is okay. Keep in mind, just like any man-made material, the sun can change the colors, or on anything with prolonged exposure, do not put it into the dishwasher. Wipe clean with a damp cloth. Oh my gosh, so it's from a company called Sauna House. Sauna House, you guys. We're gonna have to look that up because this is really cool. Sometimes when I see 3D printed stuff, I'm like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. But this is Decor Minimaliste. All right, love it. Definitely the hero item for me. And then the last item is the item that I can tell you, I still have this because it looks really cute with some of the gnomes that I've gotten. It's a little like felted mushroom, but I'm pretty sure we've gotten this before. Handmade from wool felt, this delicate mushroom adds a soft note of whimsy wherever it lands, a playful reminder that joy doesn't have to shout. Sometimes it's just there, gentle, light, and quietly magical. They love their lists of 3, but they use an Oxford comma, so we will allow it. This is also from Hygge House, so that is why I'm pretty sure that I've gotten it from a Hygge Box and not from some other box. Because there was, like, you know, we used to have the Quaint box. They would do stuff like this, like mushroom themes. But since it is from Hygge House, I'm pretty sure that when I've gotten the same little mushy before, it was from Hygge Box. I don't mind the repeat of something like this. And it's probably not a repeat for that many people because I don't think it's been like the last couple of years that I received it. But it is, I also don't mind it because it's like the repeat of something that I liked so much that I still have it somewhere. And then they just put this little suji thread through it. So if you wanted to put this on like your rear view mirror or something, that'd be really cute and whimsical. Overall, this was a really solid Hygge Box in my opinion. Sometimes I get a little bit bored with the three items that we know of, the element of light almost always being a candle. I'd say like 70% of the time it's a candle. The Hygge drink is probably like 60% of the time it's probably tea, but I don't mind that. Oliver Pluff is great. Earl Grey is great. The fudge, that's a good one. I usually like it when it's chocolate or something savory, but the fudge in the tin, really lovely. But the other three items, the mushroom, super cute, not very functional, but adorable. The vase, really beautiful and unique. And then this, even though it's not my favorite like color or pattern, just the smallest foldable blanket that I've ever seen in a box. Bonus points for that. So for me, this is a really good Hygge curation and a good indicator for any of you who are looking for a little Hygge lifestyle box, that this is the kind of stuff that you'll get. Let me know what your favorites were in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in my next unboxing.